Her former IT guy was arrested trying to flee to Pakistan, and now Debbie Wasserman Schultz could be the one in the hot seat.
What was he doing with this very confidential information that he had access to as he was serving congressional members in an IT capacity?
People don't even want to cover this. Her IT advisor, who was not fired along with other people in February, this could be more than just bank fraud.
More than just bank fraud. Is it time for the former DNC chair to testify? Let's talk to Florida Congressman. He's a Republican and House Oversight and Government Committee member, Ron DeSantis, joining us from Jacksonville. Congressman, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, so when it started to hit the fan back in February, all the members of Congress fired this guy and his family, except Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who kept him on the payroll.
I know, Steve. I think this is really curious as to why this individual would have been on the payroll. As you mentioned, it wasn't just him that was busted in February. He had family members. There were a couple friends. All these guys, although they really weren't qualified on the face, they made over $4 million from Democratic members of the House of Representatives since 2009. I think it's questionable what they were doing during that time. We have to investigate that. And, of course, they had access to Intelligence Committee and House Foreign Affairs Committee members' personal email and IT accounts. There's some very sensitive information on there. This could be a significant security breach.
According to the Daily Caller, this guy was frantically liquidating real estate holdings on the day of his arrest. So it would be nice to hear more about what happened to him, and it would be nice for her to come out and go ahead and sit down in the chair in front of Congress so that she could do some explaining, as many others have in the last couple of months.
That's right, because there's going to obviously be financial crimes here that will be prosecuted criminally. I think that's just window dressing. I think what was he doing with these money? He's got connections to a Hezbollah-linked character in Iraq. He's sending money to Pakistan. I think there's going to be more than just the financial crimes on its face. But in the House of Representatives, we have to investigate how our systems may have been compromised, and that will require putting people in the chair.
Sure. Speaking of the House of Congress that you work at, the House of Representatives, you guys get a special subsidy to purchase Obamacare. Do you think that President Trump is right in suggesting that maybe it's time to end that subsidy for you guys and your staffs?
Well, I decline the subsidy. It's not right, and I don't take it because I don't think it's lawful. And I think the president would be absolutely within his rights to cancel the Obama rule that conferred this subsidy on Congress. Other Americans who were in these exchanges are not getting employer subsidies. It's illegal, and yet somehow Congress gets a workaround. So I applaud the president for raising this issue, and I think if he moves swiftly on it, I think you'd see a lot of these members and senators, they would want to work to repeal Obamacare very quickly.
Sure. So you said if he moves swiftly, it sounds like you think that Obamacare, a repeal and replacement bill, is not dead.
No, I don't think it can be, Steve. You can't just promise things for 7 years, walk away from the table, and then maintain these illicit subsidies while you're doing that. Give me a break.
All right. Congressman Ron DeSantis joining us from Jacksonville. Sir, thank you very much for joining us on this Monday.
Anytime.
You bet.